Well, here we go. Thursday morning, Cornishman Day. Let's hope you all aren't snowed in. Looking like a bit another shower coming up, but I managed to get out through the gate and get down through the town and get a pepper. And I got home. It's be careful today. That's the most important. Don't go slipping and sliding. That's the most important. Soon fall down and damage yourself or something. But anyhow, it's nice to see a little bit of snow for a bit of time anyhow, innit? Now, birthdays today. It's my niece's birthday today, Andrea Costa. Happy birthday to you, mate. And it's my sister Shirley as well, and our friend Elaine Creighton is her birthday today. And I hope they all have a nice day. And of course, Bob Collis is tomorrow. It's Friday is his birthday. Another dear friend of ours is Diana Kirkham is her birthday tomorrow. So everybody have a lovely birthday. I better get this done before the snow come in. Anyhow, I'm doing another Johnny Barber one today. Old William lived in Capel Court, called Puddingbag Lane it was. They call the place old fashioned now, I suppose, and just because the little lane is narrower, like with cobbled stones and all and cellar doors below and the steps all tarred as black as coal. 'Twas in one way and out the same, no room for horse and carts, but a brae safe place for children, to play and bless their hearts. And William loved the children, yes he did, and no mistake, and used to see the Jonas that the dear old chap would make. The kids would crowd round him, and he'd turn and twist his knife until the block of wood he carved would seem to come to life. And poetry, why, dearie me, Bill Shakespeare wasn't in it. Old William he would make a rhyme and wouldn't take a minute. He was a card though, yes he was, and so was Boy John. 'Twould make he scat your sides, he would, the way they'd carry on. They had a little handy boat, just nicely built for two, so John and Father Williams went together as a crew. But what to name the little craft was anybody's guess, till William said to John one day, "Now what we'll do is this, just think no more about it, Jan, but leave it to the Lord, and call her for the first prime fish that we met all aboard. So leave go forehead, cast off, and though a name we lack, with any luck at all, my boy, she'll have one coming back." They shot their lines, then went to haul, when up a turbot came. And that was how old William solved the problem of a name. And I recall when we were boys and they would come to land, we'd quit our games with one accord and race across the sand. And then old William he would say, "A launch up, boys, come on," and he'd make the muster like and winked his eye to John. For William knowed our little game, he happened every time. And so he'd say, "Well, launch her up, and you shall have a rhyme." So while we pulled, old William would be working with his head, and when he got her on the jinks, his little piece, he said. His verse would always take the cake for humour, wit, and spice, and never would the old chap stoop to tell the same rhyme twice. His daughter was a rhymester too, and many is the time when Father William and Jeanette would correspond in rhyme. Now a certain winter season had been one of fruitless toils, and every shot the turbot made the laws of chance would foil. Day after day the wind would blaw, with driving sleet and rain, so William wrote his daughter in the following refrain: "Dear Jeanette, the season is up and I've launched up the boat, but the weather is cold. How I long for a coat." When Jeanette read the card next day, she made reply without delay: "Dear father, your note received and not in vain. I'm sending a coat by the 2 o'clock train." Now William often would ignore Dame Nature's warning voice, and put to sea when into port were far the wiser choice. And so it happened now and then when things got out of hand, a larger boat would have to tow the turbot back to land. And then there would be some coddling when old William shot his face, but he would listen to it all and suffer no distress. And once when they were pressing like belong for some retort, the old man would say, "Well, if I must, I'll give you my report." Early one morning, struggling for mate, he went out in a turbot to fish for skate. Our skate we caught, but oh so thin, our anchor rope parted, and we were towed in. And then there was another time. 'Twas quite a lavish hour. The town had gone to roost, except for groups of three or four, who, after supper every night, would take a little walk and meet along the harbour front, where they would stand and talk. Well, on the night I have in mind, the moon was shining bright, and never could a mortal wish to see a fairer sight. And so thought John and William, rowing home across the bay, with scant returns to recompense their labours of the day. 'Twas just about low water when the turbot tapped the shore, which meant a weary wait on tide until 12 o'clock or more, unless, of course, by some device that only William knew, the three or fours could be induced to form a launching crew. And then all of a sudden, like the quiet air was rent with loud alarming shouts and cries of anger and lament, and threes and fours were on the run to where the turbot lay, a falling over chains and stones with growls of wild dismay. "A shame on you to strike your fare. What a row it was for sure." "Shut your trap," Boy Jan retorted. "I don't want to hear no more." One to port and one to starboard, each a launching grip in hand, kept boozing one another till the boat was fully manned. Never was a boat launched faster than the turbot that night. Soon she lay upon her moorings, rope secured all snug and tight. "Thank ye, men, the row is over." That was all old William said. "Come on, father," seized the youngster. "Let's go on home and get to bed." What a laugh there was next morning, telling how they had all been done. Them were the days of simple pleasures, little cash, but loads of fun. And I sometimes pause to wonder whether our newfangled ways really make life any richer than it was in olden days. These old chaps were hard and hearty, frugal to the point of need, giving thanks for food and shelter, kind alike in thought and deed. Felt distress with one another, worked together, shared success, seeking only to be happy, nothing more and nothing less. Take care.